here to review Dead Space. I already gave a preview, which I didn't really tell you that much in there, but my review should be a little more focused. So here we go. Also, I just watched the Spoony One's review, and I have to say I disagree on a few things, which I'll point out also. Okay, first of all, the graphics, I would say they're really good, next-gen quality. I'm playing on PS3. I think it looks great. I have an HD TV. I don't know, Spoony One said it's hard to read on a normal TV, but I have HD, so everything was crisp and clean and perfect. It looked very nice. The music was great. There was a lot of times when you'd be headed in a direction and they knew, the programmers had it set up so that the music will come on at a certain point, and it builds up the tension and things like that. And when you die, they have some really cool, blaring music that really makes you go, oh man. And the deaths are pretty spectacular. The monsters also make some interesting noises. I think one of them is like a manipulated sound of a lion, but it's got a really deep bass to it, and it's pretty scary, and they're around, so you're waiting for them to jump out from somewhere. It does have a lot of the jump out scares, but the thing is that when you had a few of those in a row, and you happen to know not just are the monsters jumping out and scaring you, but they're pretty hard to kill. I played through and beat it on hard, and there were a few battles that I had to try it over a few times to get it right. Because of the way the gameplay is with the dismemberment of the enemies instead of just going for headshots, it really makes it more of a challenge and more interesting for someone who's been doing headshots all their life, After beating on hard, there's also an impossible mode, which I'll be interested to check out. The game is linear, but it does let you go off in a few different paths. There's certain doors that are kind of optional to unlock. You can use these nodes to upgrade your suit, or you can open doors with them. The fact that it's in a spaceship and these hallways are going to certain rooms that, it just feels like, well, of course that's how it's going to be in a spaceship. There's a few large open rooms, and those break up break up all the tunnel-y type rooms. Now I'm going to talk about some of the things that Spoony didn't like. One thing he mentioned was med packs. Why would you be buying med packs from the store? Okay, sure. Maybe you wouldn't be buying them, but he made a reference to System Shock 2, which I never played, and eating soda and chips, which are more realistic things to eat. However, if you drink soda and eat chips, it's not going to help your body. In fact, it's not very healthy for you. And if you have a big gash on your arm, soda and chips aren't going to help. A med pack, however, may help you. You may be able to bandage it up or something like that. Now, of course, his opinion and my opinion on something small as that, it's not really that important. You need something to heal you in the game. Mario has mushrooms, and every other game has something. Link gets hearts. Does that make sense? It's not really important. You need something to get your life back, and for me, having something a futuristic thing like this, having med packs is fine. Next is weapons in the store. Of course, yeah, why would you be buying weapons? Maybe it makes sense that you'd have a dispensing unit for getting tools and weapons within a spaceship. However, I don't know why you'd be paying for it. But of course, it's a game. You need something to earn that, so they use currency in a store. I think it's fine. And to drive it home, this game is compared to Resident Evil, which had a merchant walking around in zombie-infested towns, and he has rocket launchers and seems to not be using them. So I think that's quite a bit more strange than the stores. Another thing Spoony mentioned was that a lot of the stuff you'd be like, oh, I need to get in here, but this is broken. I need to get a key from here, but where's the key? Oh, this guy has it. I need to go down to the morgue and get his key from him or something like that. Well, and you're backtracking. I think that's cool. I like Resident Evil 2 for the backtracking. That was something I missed in Resident Evil 4, so I'm glad to see that Dead Space has picked up something that Resident Evil has abandoned that I did like. And the other thing is, Resident Evil, I mean, come on, you're finding what, the lion key and the tiger key, and like in a police station you have like a goddess holding a diamond and you need to put the diamond in her hand. It's not really, I mean, this genre has been based upon these kind of things, and I think Dead Space handles it in a pretty good way. Things are broken. The spaceship has been destroyed almost, so things are broken. You need to fix them, and it makes sense to me. The other thing is, Resident Evil 4 didn't really change the controls very much. It added the controls for the gun, but the main thing it changed was the camera angle. The walking controls remained the same. And Dead Space basically takes the same, Gears of War. There's been a few other games that have taken that control scheme, and it works. And like I said before, the dismemberment is for me a new thing. And I gotta say, I didn't play System Shock 2, and I didn't play BioShock, and some of these other games that people are saying that they're derivative of, but I never played them. And if you're someone who's basically played Resident Evil and Silent Hill, then you probably haven't seen this stuff either. So here's some negative things. I gotta agree with Spoonie on the Ripper and the Flamethrower. Well, first of all, you can barely use them. They're like worthless. You must need to upgrade them a million times before they get any. I couldn't even kill the very, very smallest enemy in the game really effectively with the Flamethrower. And the Ripper is just awkward. I didn't enjoy using it. I like the cutter. I like the line gun. Oh, and the pulse rifle. Pulse rifle was very cool. Well, I mean, it's not very cool, but it's just a machine gun. It's cool to have something different from these cutters where they're going in these bursts, whereas the machine gun, you can really do a rapid fire on it. Another negative, and I think this is somewhat strong negative, is Isaac, the main character, doesn't interact with any other characters at all, really. And when you see his reactions to things, it's like no reaction or just a laughably small reaction. Isaac will see something horrendous happen, and he'll just be like, and I'm like, what the hell? He's supposed to be an engineer. He's not supposed to have seen anything horrendous, and he's not like a war veteran or something. So yeah, it'd be nice to see him interact with the story a little more. Let's see. Another thing, this goes along with it, is sometimes when you're walking through these hallways, like the guy you're talking to will be behind a piece of glass, and it reminds me of like on Halloween, if you go to like a haunted house and they have like actors and they're kind of blocked off from you, it just seems awkward and strange. It's okay to do it once or twice, but it did it a few more times than that. Alright, just to wrap everything up here. If you're a fan of Silent Hill, if you're a fan of Resident Evil, if you like science fiction, if you like the movie Alien, and I'd say people who've played System Shock 2 and BioShock seem to think this is a copy of it in some ways. Maybe if you haven't played that, then this is a pretty cool game. This game is a must-play for survival horror fans. Go ahead and check it out. EA did good by me. So, that's it.